right. So this is going to be a reading for, let's see. I want to say Aries. I want to say Aries. This is going to be a reading for Aries for the month of August. I'm hearing a few names to begin. They start with a T, they start with a J. I'm seeing the numbers 5 and 4. And I'm seeing someone walking along it's almost like they're walking on a canyon along a railing. It's not a railing, it's like a chain rail. Like almost like at a national park. Someone's walking at a national park. So right now you have the Wheel of Fortune. It's also 104. Something about 5, something about change. So whatever's happening right now is like you have this choice to make. Someone has a choice to make. And what is this choice about? Okay. Someone's making a choice about how the truth that they're telling. There's something about honoring someone's truth, and the color blue is being highlighted. You can also see that blue is pretty much everywhere, so it has to do with someone speaking. So whatever it is that this action is that you have to make, it has to do with something that you have to say, something you have to say about. It could be related to law, it could be related to the work that you put in, or like what ideas were yours. And it seems like it's related to business. It seems like it's related to someone's like trademark, something about, it's like business law, or there are 3 people involved. Maybe you're like splitting a business, you're separating your partnerships. For the sake of recognition. So there's also, if you look at the perspective of this illustration, which is the 7 of Wands, you can see that this person is so much larger. They're almost a giant compared to the landscape below. So it's like someone might have too much power over an idea, or over a business, or over this partnership, and maybe that's why the Justice card is here. So, something to do with like a testimony. This is very much related to business law, to politics, something along these. Yeah, and there's, again, it's blue, a blue background. There's this confusion. There's this, there are these lies that are being tossed along both sides. Each of them are false to some degree. So I don't know who's speaking here. It feels like it's multiple people. Just know that whatever's coming out is not true. You already know that. So you're trying to figure out what to do. This is a female. This might be the person who is trying to make a decision about what's happening. Right, the person that's trying to bring harmony amongst this group. Okay, so there's, at the beginning we started with the Wheel of Fortune, so there's some sort of action that has to be taken, and the action is related to the Ten of Wands, the Justice, and the Page of Cups. It's about someone acting as a bigger power, someone who has a lot of authority over something, and there's like this there's a separate energy of someone who's frustrated over knowing that the options are both not true, so there's not really going to be something feels imbalanced, something feels not just, like, and this is a female. This is it's almost like you have to choose between two different people, but they're both corrupt. So you're spending time it's like you're using the water element, so you're using prayer, you're using these tools that you have that you wouldn't normally use to try to make this decision about these two different things that are both something doesn't sit well with you. And I just heard there's a fox, so there's something sneaky that's happening, something that's not being seen, and you might, maybe not everyone else sees that because this is a big group. So you're trying to take action. You have the Knight of Acorns. You're trying to figure out how it is you should act smartly so that you're not alienated. And then again, you have choice. The Seven of Shells, which is choice and ambitions. So back to this Wheel of Fortune and back to this choice that you have to make about being the jackal. But it looks like you're sitting in truth, like you're trying to make sure that the decision that you make is the decision that has to be made is for it's going to affect a lot of people. So what you should do is the Knight of Cups. What you should do is focus on, okay, if you see this knight, the knight is coming through the illustration towards the left, or towards my right, but towards the left if you were in the picture. So it's like you're needing to move through this action with compassion, with passion, and like very boldly. There should be no hesitation. Even if you have a hesitation about making some decision or choice, you can't show that hesitation, but you have to do it in a way that is like a just love. Again, this is blue, so everything in this is related to something cold, metal. It's not organic, it's not outside. It's a very hard place. It's a very rigid space. It's cold, and it has this feeling of like it has a rigid, there are a lot of angles to this, and I'm seeing this is the, if you can see the line that I'm making, I'm seeing like a corner. There are a lot of corners. It's like, I'm also seeing the image of a maze, like a square maze. And squares are not very natural, so there's something that you have to make a decision about that feels unnatural, but you have to bring in compassion to humanize that, whatever that is. Interesting energies in there, very strange energies. Okay, Aries, that was a very Plutonian reading. All best.